Be able to talk, and we hope with great clarity about what happened to her in Southern California this week, although it's doubtful. It's got to be a whirlwind, like a dream. These are the World Gymnastics Championships at Arrowhead Pond, and this is the all-around. 2 Americans qualifying. That's the maximum per country. You've got to be superb on all 4 of the women's apparatus, and here is Chellsie Memmel now trying to keep it going.
I think one of the reasons that she is so well prepared for this competition is because of her coach, Jim Chuddy. He said he tries to keep her focused and prepared for every turn, realize the importance of every practice.
That release was so far. She barely got her hands around that bar. Dismount. She needs to do this right to a handstand.
You did good. You did really good.
Excellent.
All right.
She's like a surfer on a Southern California wave, and that wave just won't hit the beach.
Well, it was a very good effort from Chellsie, but the judges are looking for exact handstands, and right before the dismount, it was a little bit shy. It opens the door for a possible deduction.
To the Romanians, we're still getting used to seeing them perform in maroon and gold. We're still getting used to seeing them make some of the mistakes that they made, but the bottom line was in the team competition, they did win the silver medal. Oana Ban.
Extremely exciting on this event. Some serious tumbling. You're going to be exhausted after this routine. Something new I've noticed from the Romanians this week. Lots of smiles on this exercise and improved choreography.
This feels like the World Championships. There were times in the team competition when we had gymnasts flying all over the place that we were looking around and saying, is this the prelims? This feels real.
Yeah, this is a great race.
You are not going to see an athlete finish in the medals that has a mistake in this competition. Won't happen. Got to be darn near perfect.
Let's do some housekeeping. Chellsie Memmel with a 9.362. Not wildly great, but still solid along the way. Oana Ban gets a 9.4. Is that a little low to you guys?
Yeah, it looks a little low. I tell you, she can jump.
Back to Patterson on the beam.
I don't think we've seen the best of Carly yet on this apparatus. She fell in day 1. She has omitted one of the toughest dismounts, I think, in the entire competition. Let's hope she does it today.
Yeah, you know, from the start, she looked very tight for Carly. One of her best qualities is that she's such a great competitor. But day 1, she was a little tight. Women's team finals, though, she seemed to get it back together. And so far here today, this is typical Carly Patterson. Watch this. Wow.
As you've mentioned before, Tim, a lightness about her. The skills are all so difficult and performed with such ease. Watch this, so light on her feet. Not a waiver yet.
Yeah, this is a great routine.
And we'll see if she throws her very, very difficult dismount, the best in the competition. Blind landing, that's what makes it so difficult.
Yep.
She does it.
She's a riot.
That was good. What's important about the dismount here is that she ups her score now. The start value of this routine is out of a 10 because of this. That's the super E element.
And really, that hop on the landing, the only very visible error in the entire exercise.
Big smile for that one, 9.612.
Two more video. All right. Two more video.
Yes, definitely. Good job. Okay, now that I got an aim over, I can get a little bit more confident to the floor, and then after a while I'll be on the nose and on the floor. Stay aggressive, you know, be a little complex.
She was talking to Tasha Schweikert about her all-around strategy. Zhang Nan with that huge 9.7 after the first rotation. This is your all-around leader.
As we said before, typically the Chinese very strong on bars and beam, no question about that. But this is an excellent floor exercise. She does start out of a 10-0 if she hits everything. I'll tell you what, at this level of competition, when you're being oh so picky, there were some questionable landings on the tumbling and perhaps some dance elements that aren't so obvious for the audience, but I noticed some little problems.
Well, you see the tenths she's given back, and that's really the summary there. I mean, was it great? Was it beautiful? Yeah, but she gave something back for someone like Svetlana Korkina of Russia. And this is where she is the absolute reigning queen. She is capable of the spectacular on the uneven bars. After the first rotation, she was 8th. This is sort of the fork in the road, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but remember, started out on vault, lowest scoring event. She'll move up substantially if she just stays on the bars. So many titles, world and Olympic, you lose count.
And a couple of elements that are named after her on this event.
Actually changes her routine just a little bit, takes out an element that in day one they said they deducted.
Kept her out of the event finals.
Actually,
she wasn't happy.
In my opinion, makes the routine more tricky, but gets rid of a deduction. That's going to be I think, a very big score.
She's telling us this is her last World Championship.
She does not smile very often on the floor. She is now.
The second rotation. Athletes will now prepare to march to their third event.
It's one of Svetlana's signature moves.
You know, she's brought so many great things to the sport, unique elements, and says she simply wants to be remembered as Svetlana Korkina.
She will be. 9.662 for her. That should put her back among the leaders. Zhang Nan of China put up a 9.412. So there you see the 10th she's given back. In fact, Patterson has claimed the lead, and Svetlana Korkina has moved right up to medal contention. Chellsie Memmel is 5th for the United States. When we come back, Patterson moves to the floor. That's someplace where she can really excel. She is the leader, trying to make another gold medal statement for the United States here at the World Championships.